Do you want to color your own icing but not sure where to start? Then you got to watch this video. Let's dive into it. But first you need to know which consistency you need. There are mainly three consistencies we use: the detail consistency, the medium consistency, and the flattening consistency. While icing is not only for cookie decorating, you can also use it to decorate macarons. To make it look extra special, can you spot which icing consistency did I use on those macarons? I will give you some time to think about it and tell you in the end of the video. This is the icing streak from the mixer. As you can see, it is super stiff. So we don't use it without diluting it with water. Let's add some more water to make it more easy to mix. Remember, just add a little bit of water at a time. We are now making the flattening consistency, which is the thinnest consistency of them all. The flattening consistency is for filling in large areas of your cookies. Mix it until it's fully incorporated. We are looking for a consistency that's similar to melted ice cream. You can also use the 15-second timing method. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then pop the piping bag into a cup so it's easier to put it in. Then hold the top of your piping bag and swing it a little bit, so the icing will settle in the bottom of your piping bag. Then just tie a knot. I'm going to add some edible gel food color to the white icing. And still using our previous spatula and bowl to mix. Let's move on to the detail consistency. It is for piping and outlining the details, known as the toothpaste consistency. It is still very stiff, so we are going to add some more water to the icing. To check if our detail consistency is ready, I'm looking for the sheen and a soft peak. Then bat it out. Other than swinging it, you can also use the scraper to push the icing towards the tip of the piping bag. You can always pipe it on the scraper and practice before piping it on your cookies. I will be decorating those cookies in my next video, so stay tuned. Let's move on to the coloring. We will be using edible gel food color to color our royal icing. What if I told you there was an easier way to color royal icing without doing tons of washing up? So we will only be using one bowl mixing. The trick is always start with the lightest color. I'm going to start with adding orange to my white icing. Again, adding tiny amount of water once at a time. If your icing is too liquidy, just add a bit more icing sugar to thicken it. And bake it up when the powdered sugar is fully incorporated. Then using the same bowl and spatula, add some more white icing and orange gel food color and mix it up. If it is still very stiff, then just add more water to thin it down. It's not very orangey at the moment, so we will add more blood red to the mixture. This is the quicker way to turn it into orange icing, since light orange plus red is deep orange, so you don't have to add tons of orange gel food color. Always keep in mind that there is a maximum limit to use edible food color, so you always want to add as little as possible. Other than the 15-second method we mentioned earlier to check if the fluting consistency of your royal icing is ready, you can also use the spatula to pick up some icing and see if the drizzle slowly flatten out. Let's make a dark red icing. I like to add the color on the side of the bowl so you won't accidentally adding too much color. Coloring a range of icing is quite time consuming, so I always like to prepare my color in advance. To make the palantin red, we will add some more brown to darken it. And a touch of yellow to make it look more vintage. Black is the darkest, so this is the last shade we will add to the bowl. Don't worry if your black doesn't look very dark, since when the icing dries, the color will turn darker. Just make sure you scrape down to the bowl. Depending on where you live, the humidity in the air may affect the consistency of your royal icing as well. So if the icing is too thick, just add more water. And if the icing is too liquidy, just add a bit more fresh royal icing or powdered sugar until the desired consistency. So now we only got one spatula and one bowl to wash. To keep your royal icing, just store it into an airtight container and pop it into the fridge. Or put it into the freezer to keep longer. Remember I asked you to guess which consistency did I use for the macaron? For the gingerbread man macaron, I used the medium and detailed icing consistency to decorate the Christmas hat and the scarf. For the snowman macaron, I used the fluting consistency to color the whole snowman and the detailed consistency to outline. And I used the medium consistency royal icing to paint our elegant reindeer macaron. Oh, by the way, if you want to see how I decorate palantin theme cookies using this icing, then don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. I will see you in my next video.